Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY.com, West Palm Beach's #1 internet radio station. Here's your host, the Pipeman.
This is the Pipeman here on the Adventures of Pipeman W4CY Radio. I'm very excited about this interview because it's with an old friend of mine who is one of the most amazing musicians. And I thought back then and still do now, one of the most amazing bassists ever. So let's welcome to the show, Joey Barrow from Armored Saint. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. Thank you for having me, Dean. It's good to see you again. And, it's an honor to be here.
I know. It's kind of amazing because we first met because I saw this cool-ass picture in BAM magazine and went to this show on Halloween with you and Wasp and Headshaker. And now here we are, was it like 40 or more years later?
Yeah.
And again, we're going to talk about you and Wasp touring.
Touring, yeah.
It's so wild to me and so cool to me. What does it feel like? That's the first thing I want to ask. To be touring with Wasp after all these years.
Well, it's great. I mean, we did a tour with them in 2022, and it was just us and them. And that tour was a big success. It did great. Tons of shows sold out, and even internally, the two bands we just got together with them, and they're such great people. Everyone in the band was just a total sweetheart. Everyone was great. Their crew was amazing, treated us like gold. So for us, it was just like a really, really, really great time. So when they asked us to come back and do this tour with them, we were super stoked and honored because, it was such a great time. It's a cool package. I think it gives people a glimpse of, across the nation, what it was like, to see these two bands back in the early 80s when it was first starting out, really. So, we're super stoked, going back out with Wasp and looking forward to it.
Yeah, and it's kind of a flashback to a time, as put in your own words to me in conversations in the past, of not leaving your zip code.
Exactly. No, we're really excited to go out on this. So it's going to be cool.
Yes. And so how would you say this tour is different than the last one you did in 2022, or is it just kind of a continuation? Well,
I don't know about Wasp necessarily, although what's different about Wasp per se is that they're doing their entire first record in its entirety. So they're playing the whole first record, and then at the end they're doing probably some best of hits after that. So that's really cool. And I haven't seen the production, but from what I hear, it's going to have shades of what they used to do back in the old days, which, if I remember correctly, that involved like fire and blood and meat and
Yeah.
So like I'm like totally into it. I'm totally into seeing what they're gonna do. And for us, we're just going out and we're just gonna give people the best of. It's great for us because this run in particular has a lot of cities that we've either never played to ever.
Wow.
Or played in a very, very long time. I'm talking like 30 years long time. So
wow.
So for us, it's really cool because we get to play these places that we just haven't been able to go back to in a long time. So our set's going to be varied depending on where we are. If we're playing some places that we have played in the last 10 years or something, we'll probably mix it up. We'll probably we have some deep cuts that we have songs rehearsed and stuff like that. But when we get into places like Calgary and places we've never played. We're going to be playing all the hits because those people have never seen us. So we're just going to do jam-packed big hits. And, we have so many hits.
Yeah. It's funny. I remember when you kind of like tested some of those hits on us back in the day, and it was like, it was so funny. Like some of the songs that really did become hits where I saw you play for like the first time, like as a test.
Yeah. I mean, you probably saw us play, Can You Deliver and March of the Saint for the very first time.
Yeah, totally.
So, yeah.
So yeah,
and I'm still playing that song every so.
I know, right?
That's all right.
And it's funny because I mean, to me, I don't know. To me, it just fits you guys all being together. Like during the years, you've gone and done different side things and gone different ways, but I think just to me, the way you guys look in my background is the way it's always been. Armored Saint.
Well, we have a long history together. You already know this, but maybe your viewers don't. But John and myself and Gonzo have known each other since the third grade. And then when we got into junior high school, in seventh grade, it's when we really became super tight friends and started basically. We had a gang, but like a group of people that were friends, and it was us, and Phil was in there too because Phil went to the same school. So that's what we just started discovering music together at the same time, and so we were friends a long time before we even started the band. So that's something that's a lineage that goes very, very long and deep. And of course, Jeff Duncan came in the picture when we were going through some changes in the mid '80s. So Jeff's been a longtime friend since day one as well. So, it's like you said, that this is who we are, and we're proud of the fact that it's all the same members. We don't take that very lightly. We take it with, a lot of power and strength. Gets us through the tough times. But, this is the thing that we just hold pretty sacred, and I think that it translates. I think people get that, people understand that, and I think that they appreciate it. It's not like Armored Saint broke up and then, John Bush went solo and he's calling it Armored Saint. So it's like Armored Saint and four other guys, so that's not what this is about, So we're pretty, we're pretty honored and humbled that we are able to do this with these same group of people.
Well, and how rare is it too? Like,
pretty rare.
Even with Jeff, I mean, he might as well be from the very beginning, although I miss Dave a lot. And, Dave was a great human being, but you couldn't have found somebody better to fill the spot.
I don't know. And, we joke about it sometimes. Sometimes John introduces the band members on stage and stuff. And when he gets to Jeff, he says, "All right, here's the new guy." And Jeff's the new guy, but he's been in the band for 38 years or something like that. So right? Like, here's the new guy, Jeff Duncan. But the fact is if Dave Pritchard were still here, we'd have 3 guitar players. We just would, because this is the family vibe we have. So we'd be like Maiden.
And you can right, and you can always tell too. You can tell that you guys are just having fun up there and having a good time. And after doing it for this long, if you're not having fun, you're in the wrong business, because this is a horrible business if you're not having fun.
Yeah, that's you are speaking the truth 100% loud and clear.
Right. So, how does this all come about, that it comes round circle? Originally, how did it first happen that you and Wasp in 2022 played together, and then of course you felt the vibe that you had back then. So you're doing it again. But how did it initially happen?
Well, to be quite honest, I believe that it came through our booking agencies. At the time, if I'm not mistaken, we had the same booking agent. And so the WASP tour was going out. It was an idea. It was a concept. They were looking at dates and routing and all that sort of thing. And then Blackie, I think it might have been Blackie's idea to bring in a band as a support act that would help sort of help in this sort of 40-year celebration.
Yeah.
This is what it was billed as in 22. It was billed as the 40-year anniversary. So it just so happened that we were also going through a 40-year anniversary in 22. Our band was formed in 82. So there was a sort of a revelation to our booking agent. He said, hey, you know what? I think Armored Saint. And Blackie was like, that's perfect. So that's how it all came to be. And then it was a really cool thing that they just decided to take not a third band. They just had us and it was just us and Wasp. So that made it even more of sort of a package tour, reflecting that 40-year anniversary. So yeah, it was awesome. It was great. And I'm guessing that they had such a good feeling about that experience touring with us that when they were looking at dates again for this tour, that they came back to us and said, how about let's do it again? So
nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's important too, because you have to be out on tour with a band that you can gel with and that makes sense. And so I think it's just like putting on an old pair of your best sneakers that you never want to get rid of.
Yeah, that's Armored Saint, pair of old sneakers.
Well, what's even better would be if on the 28th at the Roseland Theater, you come out in Mentors hoods.
Oh, that's right. That's what we did the first time you saw us on Halloween. We all came out with black hoods.
Right?
Yeah, so, it was cool.
That would be funny.
Yeah.
What else can we expect from, after this tour is over, what else can we expect from Armored Saint?
Well, we're writing a new record. We about halfway done. I have about 7 songs or so demoed, and
nice.
We're continuing to write, and we're trying to get in the studio in the spring of 25. That's our goal. Hopefully we meet it. So we have a new record deal that we re-signed with Metal Blade earlier this year. So looking forward to making another record with Metal Blade. And so we've been hard at working on new music and getting that done. And, we may even do some writing while we're out there on tour, although it's rather difficult to do. But we might, we're just going to keep writing and concentrating on new music. And like I said, our goal is to get in sometime in the spring.
Very cool.
So other than that, 25 is looking kind of light for touring because we want to making the record a priority. Yeah. So as of now, there's not a whole lot going on. We are doing 2 shows though. We're playing a big festival in Brazil called Bangers.
I was going to ask you about that. I'm going to look into press for that. When I saw you on that, I was like, and I saw the rest of the lineup, I'm like, I know somebody in Sao Paulo too that has been begging me to come there. Perfect.
You should come down. I've heard it's a great festival. It used to be called Summer Breeze, but they changed the name of it. It was basically the same Summer Breeze that they have in Germany, but they licensed the name of the festival. But it's since changed names. But it's the same festival. It's a big festival, 25,000 people plus, and it should be really great. This will be our 2nd time in South America. We have a lot of crazy fans down there, so we're really looking forward to playing there. That's on May the 2nd or 3rd. I forget. And then,
it's May 2nd.
May 2nd. Okay. Then the following weekend, we come back and we're playing at Sonic Temple in Columbus, which is obviously another big festival you're aware of.
Yeah.
And we don't get a lot of chances to play American festivals. So this is a real treat for us to be on this festival. So we're super stoked to be on that. And that's on May 9th. So those two shows, as of now, are the only two live shows we're doing in 25.
Well, let me tell you one thing. Like, I've been doing all the Danny Wimmer festivals for years, and yes, I've been bummed out. I've never seen you guys at a Danny Wimmer festival. Yeah. Sonic Temple, since COVID, like, they've changed things around to where they weren't doing interviews. So they're like, we'll give you a media pass, but there's no interviews being done. I'm like, yeah, then I don't need the media pass because I'm there to work. But this year, if they decide not to do interviews, I'll still get the media pass so I could see you guys there. Yeah, because that would be cool as hell. Absolutely. And that one they say in Brazil, like for the rock metal community, that the fans just go crazy at these festivals in Brazil.
It's nutty. It's really nutty. I've only done, I don't think I've actually played a festival in South America. I've only done club gigs or small theater gigs. Yeah, I did a bunch of shows with Anthrax. I did some shows with Fate's Warning. And Armored Saint did one short tour of South America. But you're absolutely right. They go nuts, like crazy nuts. Like you need a police escort kind of nuts. And
wow.
I'm not exaggerating. They
I
go
know you're
crazy because they don't get a lot down there. And so whenever bands go down there, they're really appreciative. And so I expect the show to be really sick.
Yeah, well, your show is always sick, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to try to get one of these WASP tour shows. Maybe I'll do the Calgary one because one of my co-hosts, she's up in Calgary and she covers some festivals with me. So maybe she's been begging me to come up there. And so maybe I'll call her up and I'm like, okay, I'll come up there because there's a show there and we'll go to that show.
November 1st. Come on.
There it is. Well, I'm so stoked about this, and man, I'm stoked about Sonic Temple too. That's pretty cool, and well, I hope it keeps going, and I can't wait for the new album. Everybody's awesome. If they don't know you guys, they need to check you out because you guys are like the coolest band, and of course, you have always reminded me of Steve Harris. Right from the very beginning, so they got to check out you on bass because you kick ass. And
thank you very much.
Thanks once again for being on the Adventures of Pipeman, my old friend.
Of course, Dean. Thanks for having me. As always, always great to see you. And thanks for the time. Anytime, brother.
Thank you for listening to the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.
Hey, this is Joey Vera from Armored Saint, and you are listening to Pipeman on W4CY.
Calvin. Hey, y'all. I seem to be the only one here. That's not the case. Welcome to the Adventures of Pipeman After Fact. Oh, man. Where are the rest of the pipe nuts?
I'm pretty sure you were supposed to introduce us, but here we are.
What was that?
You were supposed to introduce us, but...
See, we were all here during the interview. Oh, I'm so sorry. See, I like to have y'all here while I introduce you guys. So, I'm Rebel Medler. This, of course, is the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY.com, W4CY Radio, Talk 4 Media. Woo, I hope I covered all of that. Welcome. Right there is Juan, and right here is Dr. Nicole. The other pipe nuts. Hi, y'all. What's up?
Hi. Hello, Rebel.
Don't
Hello,
be shy.
Juan. Yeah, no, you did great. That's awesome. What a sweet interview. So the Pipeman's running late? That's very unlike him.
No, he was here, but I think he was driving.
Yeah.
So he might not have the best reception. And speaking of the devil.
Right. I saw him.
Well, I had to change locations.
You had to change locations.
Yeah, for service.
Why is that?
Yeah, you're on the
Because
Pipeman.
I had to leave the
Almost
Joey interview to get here.
Oh, hey, the thumbs up. Did you see that?
Very true. It's difficult.
How'd you do that?
Who,
Did
me?
you do it again? Yeah. Do the heart. Do the heart.
Okay, let's see.
It's not recognizing the heart.
Get your thumbs down a bit. Yeah.
It doesn't. It only does thumbs up, I think.
He likes to stay positive.
All
How about
right.
this?
Yeah.
I'm like,
my goodness.
I'm a metalhead giving you satanic curses.
Oh my! Of all
So
things to
I'm
be
in
doing.
North Kakalaki.
Nice.
North Kakalaki. Oh,
Let's ask the Canadian. Do you know where North Kakalaki is?
Is that with a T or a K? Kakalaki or Takalaki?
Kakalaki. North Kakalaki.
No.
How do you not know
Chattahooga?
North- How do you not know? Okay, Juan. Since you're from the Hispanic department, do you know where North Kakalaki is?
I do not, but I'm guessing California.
No. Okay, it's gonna take the Southerner KKK screwer.
yeah. Did not screw him. It's North Carolina.
That
Are
would
you
be my
sure?
guess. That was going to be
Are
my
you
guess.
sure?
I'm 100% positive. Yes.
Hey, did we put these comments on screen yet?
Not yet, but
Somebody-
Charles thinks that was a nice interview, the one we started with. And
Yeah.
then he lied about something else. What was it? He says, "Hey, Rebel, pretty as always."
We were going to have my
Who said that?
granddaughter co-host with me again because she asked, but I couldn't get to her in time because, when you have as many kids and grandkids as I do, you need a 48-hour day.
I bet.
Well,
Are you?
there's not that many times
So you're on
today,
the
so-
Pipeman's on the homeless tour.
I'm not on the homeless tour. I have canceled the Pipeman homeless tour for 2024-25 season. But I am, okay, so here's the scenario. This is what happened. I was in Los Angeles, and then I was in Vegas, and then I flew back on a red eye to Fort Lauderdale, hopped on a shuttle to the Tri-Rail train, took the train to West Palm Beach, took an Uber from West Palm Beach to Palm Beach Airport, picked up my Jeep because when I flew to LA, I flew out of Palm Beach Airport. So I left my Jeep at Palm Beach Airport, but flew back to Fort Lauderdale. Are you with me so far?
With you.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay. And then, so after that, I then drove out to Wellington to the studio for mail. That was it. Then I went to see a couple of my grandkids. Then I went to see a couple of my grandkids and my daughter-in-law in Wellington while I was there. Then, red eye, no sleep, and on different time zones. Then I drove 2.5 hours to Orlando so that I could be at that show that interview was about in the beginning of the show. And I got to see, after 42 years, so 42 years ago, this kid moved, well, more than that, I moved to LA from New Jersey. And the first show on the Sunset Strip I ever went to, which really led to where I am today. And we wouldn't be having this show, The Adventures of Pipeman, right now if it weren't for that. So in honor of Thanksgiving, I'm thankful for that. Basically what happened was, this is how we all met here. My dad came up to me one day, I was 12 years old, and he said, it was 1980, he said,
Pipeman, your audio is coming through garbled.
He's turned into a gremlin.
oh boy. All right. Fix it.
I like that. I like that bit about the gratitude. I'm also feeling some good, grateful. I'm enjoying the spirit of the American Thanksgiving. We had ours in Canada a few weeks back, or maybe like beginning second week of October.
When y'all celebrate Thanksgiving, what are y'all celebrating? The same thing? The same? I have to ask these questions.
Something around the same line. It's same strain, but I like to look at it as like a moment of, at least it's a holiday to pause and regroup and reflect. It's a real time for reflection. So, some things aren't always perfect, Yeah.
Well, because I was actually thinking about that before the show today, because we all knew we had to, where we're going to talk about being thankful. First of all, are people really thankful because they skip from Halloween to Christmas, right? Boom, boom. There's a holiday in between. It's tomorrow, and it's called Thanksgiving. Okay? So are people really thankful for Thanksgiving? And just to put it out there, should we really be thankful for Thanksgiving? Because it's kind of like a forefront to taking over people's land. It was kind of messed up.
Yeah, I know. It is kind of messed up.
Why are we thanking this? With all of these people who are awoke and having all these, why are we doing this? Why did they let Thanksgiving stick around? Think about that.
Yeah. Cancel Thanksgiving.
Have y'all really given it thought? No, I don't say cancel Thanksgiving, but
that's why
be thankful all year round.
Yeah, that's true. That's like one of the. Well, this is Kate Michaels' chat. Pipeman, are you back with us? Let's hear it. No, he's frozen. Okay,
he's
Kate.
Trying, but
Kate Michaels. I'll just toss that in there because I think we could look at Thanksgiving or some things from the past and moving forward, how we can work with both of it. But she had 5 steps to success. And Kate Michaels was a host on Talk 4 TV. She had emotional wisdom training. She, fled this world, is in our ancestral, realm, here to help us. But her 5 steps to success were knowing what you want, asking for what you want, showing up, keeping your word, and having a natural attitude of gratitude along the way, because you might not always get what you want, but you can still be grateful for where you're at, what you have. Yeah. So, I don't know. It's like Thanksgiving is... Oh, he's still gremlin. It's garbled. Yeah, he's underwater. Yeah. We're the gremlin nuts now.
All right. I'm getting out again.
Yeah, that's too bad. We'll send all the good Wi-Fi's for you. Rebel, you're muted. I see your mouth moving.
Is everyone having problems with the microphones today?
Yeah. Hello? Can anybody hear me?
Okay, so here's a question, right? Because we're talking about Thanksgiving. So the question here is, for someone who is a native to this continent, is that a holiday that they should celebrate too, or is it just for the other side?
Yeah, it's a good question, Juan. What do you notice?
Well, that's what I was asking. Do Native Americans celebrate Thanksgiving, and how does that work out?
I'm not sure.
I guess it was supposed to be a good thing before government took over. I mean, at the time, supposedly all that has happened, it was supposed to be a good thing. So I don't know. I mean, I'm a bit confused about all of this. Since we change history so much, we really truly don't even know what really went on.
And if you think about it, right, like they went from wanting to become independent to creating the same type of government that they were trying to escape from.
Mm-hmm. Not exactly, not wholeheartedly, and you can ask people from Canada. You can see the difference between England and us, right?
I mean, okay. Yeah. Look at who they escaped from, right? King Charles. Look at who they gave us.
DT?
Do you think that's just look at the past couple of presidents, right? Like, do you think that's an improvement?
Well, I can't say for everyone, but I mean, in general, America is, in my opinion, because we think we have freedoms, is better than other countries. I wouldn't want to live in another country because they know the difference is they know what they have to do. They just keep us guessing here.
So what freedoms do we have? If you can go into more detail about that.
We have, well, if you look at our Constitution, it's way different than, I don't even think other countries have, the right to free speech, and you can get your head chopped off for just saying the wrong thing in other countries. Hey, he's good.
I was waiting for that.
Put me in, Coach. Put me in.
Go ahead. Tell us your thoughts.
I'm ready to play.
Well, you know what I did, and then Rebel, you continue, but I went into private browsing, so let's see if this works. Finish your story, Rebel.
Oh, well, I mean, we were just talking about, why do we still celebrate Thanksgiving under the circumstance?
I don't know, but here's something that I took away from an Indigenous person recently, and I love this because she's such a crafty lady, like knows all the traditional, craft, and has a shop here in Calgary.
Can I ask you a question first?
What?
Where in the world is indigen located?
Indigenous.
Yeah. Well,
is that a new word to you?
Person is from indigen, right?
No.
No. No. Oh, Pipeman.
That's not what that means.
He just took himself out of the conversation. Perfect. Yeah. No, but Canada celebrated its 150th birthday, right? And so they made a T-shirt. It's like Canada's 150,000th birthday. It's like, so I don't know. With Thanksgiving, to me, it's kind of like a.
I'm bouncing.
We have and we have to remember where we came from. I think that's being thankful for. I don't know.
I don't think I'm thankful for where I came from.
Pipeman.
I don't even think I'm thankful for where I am. I'm thankful for where I'm going because that's the only hope I have left.
Well, yeah. Okay.
I hope it does get better for you.
Well, it did get better. Okay, so then I went to Orlando.
Yes.
And 42 years later, so back to that 42-year story. So, okay, 3 days. We're moving to California. You can never tell a living soul. You meet your new mother. Pack your bags. We're moving to California 3 days. You can never tell a living soul. And that was 1980. And then that's what led me to where we are today. Because I went on the Sunset Strip to see this band that didn't even have an album yet But they were all over LA on every telephone pole there was. Because back then, you didn't have social media or any of this stuff. You stapled flyers on telephone poles. That's what you
Still
did.
happens.
Okay. Happens. And so I went and caught this show at the Roxy on the Sunset Strip. The band tried to burn the Roxy down, bringing Satan in. And then after the show, I walked over with the band to the Rainbow, the infamous Rainbow, and partied all night long with them and Lemmy from Motorhead and other people. And I'm like, well, hello, California. Oh, yeah, no, I never lived in New Jersey ever. I forget everything before now. But seriously, I did say to myself, I am never going to a real concert again. These club shows, they are badass. Okay, so now, which one of you can guess who that band was?
What?
You weren't even paying attention to the story to guess that question.
Which band that you went to like
the one that was
Roxy and
trying
Rainbow?
to burn down the Roxy to bring Satan.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Armored Saint still. Oh, no, I think I know. I know the answer.
Yet.
I know the answer.
Way behind. You Canadians are so slow. Like,
yeah, no, we
make Rebel look fast. That's bad. Okay.
We know the answer here.
Yeah, I know Rebel knows the answer. Do you know the answer? Do you know the answer, Canadian?
I do. Because I've listened. I've heard this before.
Okay. Do you know the answer, Juan?
I think.
I do.
Okay. Do any of our listeners know the answer? You know why? Because if they can DM me in my socials or make a comment here on the show with the answer, then they will be entered to win a free cabin at Shiprocked, January 2025. Yeah, exactly. Good job, Rebel. But I'll tell you more about that in a minute, and we're going to talk more about Shiprocked because Shiprocked is badass. Okay, but so is the Pipeman. And now, the second club show I ever went to. So after that, now I'm trying to find shows to go to. And they used to have this magazine in LA called BAM Magazine. It was like a newspaper magazine. And it had all the shows and all the activities and bands and everything. And I saw this flyer of these people that looked really cool. Because that's how we did it back then. You didn't go to shows because you knew the music, because you couldn't hear the music unless you bought the music. You were a poor teenager, so you didn't buy the music, so you had to go to a show and figure out whether you like these people or not. So you went by looks, okay? And that's why Rebel's on the Adventures of Pipeman, and she's not in a band today. Just saying. Okay, but do you have a rebuttal, Rebel?
Badass.
Do you have a rebuttal before I continue? You have nothing to say?
No, not at all.
Okay, so Rebel quit her band and just decided to bang all other band members.
No. Zip.
Well, hey, can you name the most famous band person you've banged? Who's the most famous?
I am not going to go there. I don't kiss and tell.
How many rock stars were there?
You already know.
How many rock stars were there? Yeah, see, she can't even count it so high.
That many.
She can't even count it so high, and that's why she's on this new dating site. It's the one where it's for people with open sores. Okay, and she is a premium member. If you want to see the open sores, just join the Pipeman Radio OnlyFans. Okay, so back to our story.
What? Why would someone actually? What else do you get for the OnlyFans?
Not much. The last slut that was on there, we deleted all that shit off of there. Okay, but anyway.
Yeah.
Okay,
no. See, now Rebel's a gremlin.
By the way, I just want to say for fun. Okay, I just want to say it for fun. No mean intentions whatsoever. That previous person that was on our OnlyFans is now selling the clothes off her back on social media. So subscribe to her, and you too can buy the clothes off her back that we're already off on the Pipeman OnlyFans. Just saying. Okay, now, what's the matter, Rebel? What's the matter? You look like you're going to cry.
No, not at all.
No, I mean cry of laughter, you know?
No.
Juan, what do you think of this whole scenario?
I think that Rebel is upset that she didn't think of that idea first.
Is this why you think all gringos are probably crazy?
Yeah.
One of the many reasons, yeah.
One of the many reasons.
Yeah, see?
There you go.
Okay, so, Juan, how many rock stars have you banged?
Oh, Jesus.
This is an equal opportunity show, okay?
None.
None?
That's why he doesn't have any open source, and he's not on that website. And he's not on the
Pipeman.
Pipeman.
Not on that website either.
He's not on the Pipeman OnlyFans. Okay? Just look it up. It's rebelsopensourceforyou.com.
No such a thing at all.
For you.
Karma. Not at all.
Oh my goodness. He had to relieve the itch of his open sore.
Oh, now it's staticky again. Oh, see? Karma will get you.
That's a bad one.
All the way around. The karma will get you. Oh my goodness. See, all right, so let's get back to what we are actually thankful for. Small favors and karma. Thank you. Anyway, I want to say I am thankful to be here, and I am thankful to be working with everybody that we work with, and I am thankful that is still happening. Anyway, so what of you two? What are y'all thankful for? You were. So, how about Dr. Nicole?
Yeah,
what are you thankful for?
Yeah, I think we can hear you.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you hear us?
I have some lessons. For you, Juan.
Okay.
If people ever do their show on an iPhone, when those robocalls come, it eliminates me and eliminates my speaker and my volume.
Yeah, that's for that goes for any notification on any phone.
You gotta put it on silent. So, do not disturb.
Well, it's too late now. Okay.
Hey, thumbs up. Come on. I don't think that one. Eggplant.
Okay. So I have to finish the story real quick. And then we go back to
I'm thankful for laughter.
Okay. So then I go, basically I saw this picture of these cool looking dudes, and I'm like, we're going to that show. And it was on Halloween, and it was Wasp, Armored Saint, and Headshaker. 42 years later, straight from Florida to LA to Las Vegas, back to Florida, up to Orlando. We caught it. The Pipeman, 42 years later, Wasp and Armored Saint. It was a badass show. They have more on the tour. So if you have them, you need to go see it live. And that's what I'm thankful for, that 42 years later, I was able to see same show that led me to where I am today. I didn't even think I'd be alive 42 years later. I didn't even think I'd be alive past 1984 because the whole world was going to blow up. And now the whole world's going to blow up again sometime soon.
Excuse me, Pipeman.
Anyway.
I think there's one thing that could have made it a little bit better. Because you could have completed that 42 years Halloween in Calgary.
What's that?
And I didn't see you there. Actually, I didn't get there myself either, regretfully, because it was all sold out. But
yeah, I could have gone to that. I could have gone to that one. But
I know we could have partied. Could have jammed out next time.
I am not allowed in that area of Canada. Is the problem?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sometimes you've been naughty.
It had to do with a church and ashes. That's all I'm gonna say.
You were the one that tried to burn down the Roxy. Yeah.
Well, no. That's where I learned my techniques from.
Ah, I see. Yeah.
But anyway, let's run. Hey, here's what we need to do because we're getting close to the end. Hey, we need to talk about Shiprocked. We need to talk about Rock the.
Oh, and he's out. Okay, Shiprocked.
What he meant to say was rock the country.
Rock the country.
That's the country.
That, looking forward to hearing that. Okay, of course, the Pipeman has all the hookups. If you want to join in on some of the festivities, he's the guy to talk to. Got all the prizes, and I'm sure if you just what should be our quiz? You got to call in with a skill testing question.
Well, he gave the listeners an opportunity. That's why I said type it in. Earlier, he said what was his first show at the Roxy. So DM him or tell us right here on the show or catch him on social medias. Give the answer. To try to win, it's not a guarantee, but you will be put in a drawing to win a cabin on Shiprocked. Woo!
Yeah, how cool would that be? Shiprocked.
All right, and we do have the commercial for it, so we should probably run it so people can see what is in store.
Absolutely.
So let's go ahead and run that commercial.
I just saw a revised lineup of all more bands going, so it's definitely going to be worth it. And the Stowaways, who knows what those are, who they are, right?
All right, so let's play the commercial, then we'll be back with the Pipeman.
Join W4CY Radio and Pipeman Radio January 19th through the 25th, 2025 as we ride the Shiprocked Retrowave back in time from the Vice City of Miami to Sunkissed Paradise in St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands, and Half Moon Cay, Bahamas. Shiprocked 25's week-long flashback at sea will be stacked with killer music, rad artist-hosted activities, and bitchin'-themed nights. First-time guests receive $100 onboard credit when booking using the code W4CY. That's right. Use the code W4CY and receive money to spend on board for exclusive dining and other ship amenities. Go to shiprock.com and book now. It's gonna be righteous.
Wow.
It is gonna be freaking righteous. And you need to join the Pipeman on Shiprocked. I will be there. It's the first year I'll be there. People have been begging me to come. I have been turning it down. I'm there this year because it is a badass cruise, a badass music festival, and a badass vacation. And you have a chance to enter to win a free cabin. All you have to do is answer that question from before. So I hope you were listening before. But you also can enter the code W4CY and book your reservation and get $100 of free onboard credit, courtesy of the Pipeman. So make it happen. Be there with me. You're not going to want to miss it. This is going to be the time of your life. And, that's all.
Okay, wow.
So now
is there an echo?
Switch gears.
Echo?
Now we're going to switch gears.
No.
And Juan, why don't you roll the Rock the Country and the Rock the South commercials, videos, whatever we got.
All right, so we only have a video by Rock the Country. So let's go ahead and play that.
Yeah, I sent you two things. One you couldn't get.
When did you send them? Today?
No, last week. But run that one and find it.
This is Chad from Nickelback. Hey, this is Ryan from Nickelback. We can't wait to bring 10 massive shows to a town near you. Tickets are on sale now at rockthecountry.com.
The country, 10 towns. You can pick your town. We're giving them away. We're also giving away tickets to Rock the South. So if you have the video for that one, great. If not, if you have the audio, play that.
Yeah, I don't have a video for that one.
Audio will work if you have it.
Let's do the audio. What do you think? Which town are you going to, Canadian?
For what?
Rock the country.
I don't know yet. I haven't seen the lineup. Or the
Were you not paying attention to the commercial?
Probably not. I was right.
I mean, what show are you on anyway? If the people are watching and you're not even watching the commercial, why should they?
Sorry, I was distracted.
She was jamming out to the music.
Yeah.
Did everybody talk about what they're thankful for?
We were asking Dr. Nicole and Juan next. So, Dr. Nicole, what are you thankful for?
Well, I'd interject there. I'm thankful for laughter and, things that make me feel light and inspired. Thank you.
Absolutely. And Juan, what are you thankful for?
I am thankful for everyone that's in my life that has supported me over the years and continue to do so.
Awesome.
So, in other words, he's not thankful for any of us on here.
It's not necessarily true. He could have included us, some of us, or any of us,
Forget him.
Did you find the audio yet, Juan?
Not yet.
Come on.
All right.
Your heart's not working either.
It's a commercial that you're running in the automation system.
Yeah, there we go.
So you do know where it is. Oh, look at that. Hold on.
That only happens on an I something, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not getting it to happen, though. I'm not getting it to happen. Let's try.
Heartless.
Is the thumbs up working?
You might pop up
Hey, a little tidbit of information for you.
Hey.
Ronald Reagan, President of the United States in the 80s, gave a thumbs up as speech in Iran, knowing full well that means the same as this. What a badass he was, huh? He flipped off the whole country of Iran, and they thought he didn't know. He played it off.
Whoops.
He played it off like, oh, I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah.
So
that means something else.
Here's what I'm thankful for.
Oh, yeah. That one. Does that one come up here?
Here's what I'm thankful for. I am thankful for all of you that co-host with me on my show here, because without you, there would be no terrible parts of the show when I lose internet access.
Yeah.
Okay, and I seriously,
you're like the ugly one that hires the beautiful people to make you look better.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. I'm more like the beautiful person hiring all the ugly people.
I definitely could have said that more gracefully. My apologies.
Well, listen. It sounds like you have a little bit of an ego there, Canadian.
No,
I mean,
just messing around with you.
Do you think you're better looking than everybody else here on the show? That's what I want to know.
No.
Just because you're Canadian.
That's definitely
that's
not.
ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Okay, there have been others on the show that have felt the same way as you, and well, they're not on the show.
All right. Okay. See ya.
No, but all seriousness, I am thankful for you. I'm thankful for all the listeners, all the viewers that suffer through this shit, because this is absolutely a shit show. I gotta tell you. Okay,
oh my God.
And the Pipeman, I don't know what a piece of shit he is too. Like, Oh, wait, that's me. Okay, so anyway, did we find that commercial yet, Juan?
It's ready.
All right. Do you have a show to do in 4 minutes?
No.
Okay, roll it.
Pepsi rocked the South, the biggest party in the...
You said not yet?
No, not the end. The commercial. Because
that's what I figured.
Roll it, you got to end the show. I don't want you to end the show. I want you to play the commercial, so I didn't want you to be confused, sir.
Okay, here we go.
The South returns June 19th, 20th, and 21st with Kid Rock.
Singing Sweet Home Alabama all summer long.
And Nickelback.
This is how you remind me of what I really
Williams Jr.
All my rowdy friends are coming over
Plus
tonight.
Gavin Adcock. 3 Doors Down, Treaty Oak Revival, Old 60, and many more. Tickets on sale now at rockthesouth.com.
All right.
Awesome.
I might go to that one if Rebel goes.
It's the same lineup as the other one, I think. Pretty close.
All right.
Pretty close.
Why don't you, hey, Canadian, why don't you just buy tickets to all 11 shows?
Yeah, right. Just forget my life.
You guys set the example for the rest of the people. Why?
Hey,
all right, never mind.
Pipeman, why don't you take me on as a road crew member or something? That's.
You know what? Those I might let you go on your own, okay? Because the Pipeman, I don't know, my cowboy hat doesn't really fit.
Well, I'll go to a show.
I volunteer as photographer, and I come with my own cowboy hat.
Yeah, I've seen your cowboy hat. See, Juan tries to hide from us, but I keep getting this thing pop up as a suggested friend, and I'm like, who's this cowboy here? Okay, little bit of trivia for you. Juan knows the answer to this, so he can't answer, but for you gringos, okay? Where did the Cowboys in Texas originate?
Mexico.
That's right. Yeah, Cowboys aren't Americans, you idiots.
F5. Rebel.
All you idiots out there that I'm Mr. Patriot because I'm a cowboy. No, you are not, because it's the Mexicans that are the patriots, and we got to kick you people out of the country. If I run for president in 2028, that's my platform. I'm kicking all Texans out of the country and bringing all the Mexicans into Texas because it was theirs to begin with anyway. And I'm turning all the Indian reservations into camps for all the people, the terrorists that stole the land from them. And we're going to give the Indians back their country, and then it will truly be Thanksgiving.
Wow.
What do you think?
I think a lot of those people have passed on since, this all happened.
They're still there, and one of them is even. Never mind. Just roll it, Juan. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Everybody have a phenomenal Thanksgiving. And thanks for all you that make my show better, because God knows it ain't me.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Juan.
Thank you for listening to the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.